question for Brad, and then we'll.
How are y'all doing?
Brad, what about the challenge of blocking these guys? Coach was talking about the defense, how formidable they are. What you guys on the O-line have in front of you on Saturday?
You know, it's a big challenge for us. It's definitely something, you know, that'll test us. And, you know, they're great players. They have a great front. They have great depth, too. You know, something we're ready for. It's something that, you know, we're battle tested. You know, we played them last year. We played teams, you know, just as big as them, or players just as big as them, people just as talented, if not more talented. So, you know, it's not about the guys in front of us. It's just about us, you know, doing our job and being all on the same page. And I know that if we do that, you know, we'll take care of business.
Brad, growing up in Jacksonville, were you a Gators fan, Seminoles? What was your allegiance?
Yeah, I was a Gators fan my whole life. I was a really big Tim Tebow fan. That was right about 6 was when I really started paying attention to college football, and that's kind of when Tim Tebow was at Florida, you know, winning Heisman. So, yeah, I was a Florida fan growing up, and it is cool getting to play them now, but I'm a Bulls fan now.
With that said, what would it mean to win in the swamp?
Oh, it would mean everything. You know, getting an opportunity to play them is already, you know, a really, really cool opportunity, really big. But, you know, beating them in the swamp would be something I'll never forget for the rest of my life.
So I know Coach was saying you're trying to simulate the noise in the environment, and you can only do that to a certain point. But how big is that going to be a factor? You guys' ability to handle that environment?
You know, it's definitely a factor, but I don't think it's going to be a determining factor. You know, we've played in loud environments before. We played last year in BYU, which is extremely loud. We played against UCF, extremely loud. And I know that this stadium will, you know, holds more, and you know, whatever you want to say, they get loud. But you know, it's something that we prep for. You know, we have all types of different answers when it comes to snap counts, or you know, how we communicate. And so, you know, I think we'll be ready for it. I know we'll be ready for it. So I don't think that the sound will be, or the noise level will cause problems for us.
Saying that defensive tackles are pretty big guys is an understatement. How do you handle a guy 415 pounds, a guy 328 pounds? Is there a plan? Do you double team? Do you try to turn him? What goes on?
We try to use all of our strength and get up under them pads. You know, 440 pounds or whatever he is. He just looks huge on film. It's, you know, obviously, you know, sinking into your double teams, being on the same page, being hip to hip. I know I'm getting deep into football talk, but you know, it's important when it comes to O-line play. Just you know, staying tight on the double teams. And I think for these guys, you know, they're you know, 21 is definitely the biggest kid we'll play all year in terms of just mass. So getting together on the double teams, but yeah, they're big, but we're ready for it.
Most important thing is low man wins, right?
Oh yeah.
What else jumps out about their D-line when you watch them on film?
You know, they're physical. I think that they, you know, they play the game, you know, how it's supposed to be played. They play hard, they play fast, they play physical. You know, I think they do a good job of reading their gaps. You know, they extend the O-lineman out, look in their gaps, see what's going on in the backfield. I think they do a good job of that. You know, their ends are fast and strong, and their interiors, like you said, they're big and strong. So I think that they're pretty stout, you know, from the 1s to the 3s. But you know, like I said before, it's all about, you know, how we play up front. It's all about, you know, being on the same page, you know, sinking into our double teams, communicating, and you know, that's all we need to do to take care of business.
Obviously, we've talked so much about the offensive line experience and just what you guys have brought back in terms of starts, but just how important has it been to have Coach Mo, you know, as a stable, reliable source of teaching over the last 3 seasons? Because before that, it was, you know, almost a revolving door of offensive line coaches.
Yep. You know, it's just as important as, you know, continuity on the team. You know, having a coach that's been there and, you know, has been through it with you. You know, that's just as important as anything else. You know, because that's something we talk about all the time. You know, we go through hard stuff together. We've been through, you know, tough losses, tough games, tough practices where we're out there. Like Coach Mo is the most intense coach I've ever had. Like he cramps with us, and it's crazy. Like when we have a tent break, you know, he's over there chugging pickle juice just to coach us harder. And it's like, you know, just having him alongside with us, you know, it's not, you know, he's our coach, but he's definitely in the fire with us. And I think that that's extremely important for us. And I think that that's been, you know, that's helped us progress the way we have, and that's helped us stick together for as long as we have. It's just him being there and being that, you know, that force that, you know, that keeps us together, and you know, just that continuity.
Has it helped, you know, how has it helped your development in terms of obviously it's been consistent teaching of maybe one philosophy as opposed from one year you get this to the next year you get a different style of play or something like that. Just so how's that been in terms of just overall development and being consistent with scheme and things like that?
Yeah, I mean it's crazy how big of a difference it makes when, you know, that first year, you know, he's teaching you how his practices are run. He's teaching you how he runs individual drills. He's teaching you, you know, your base steps. But now, you know, you enter year 2, year 3 with the same coach. The things that you're coaching are so minute, and it's so like it's for one play against one front against one type of player. It's like, you know, how do I get my hands inside on a 440-pound D lineman? And it's little details like that you don't get in a first year coaching, or, you know, a new coach keep coming in. So I think that's played a huge role into, you know, not only my development but everyone's development on the offensive line. Is just those small details that you don't get to work, you know, in the first year when all you're trying to worry about is which direction am I going.
Brad, obviously you can't get caught up going in eyes wide open into the swamp. It's the Gators and all that. What do you draw on to kind of build confidence, you know, going up against a matchup like this?
You know, I think we draw confidence from our preparation. You know, we worked extremely hard from literally the day the season ended last year. And I think that brings us confidence. You know, like you said, we can't get caught up in the stadium lights and, you know, all the fans that are yelling, whatever they're yelling. You know, just falling back on our preparation. You know, one of my favorite quotes is, you don't rise to the occasion, you fall back to your training. So, you know, that's something that we're gonna have to do, is just fall back to our training. And I know that we prepped well enough over the summer and in camp, and we're going to this week of practice. We did it today to take care of business.
Was Trey falling back on his training on the play that doesn't get talked about that much, the interception where he ran and knocked the ball out? 'Cause I thought that was a big play.
Also, can you say that one more time?
The play where Jacobs knocked the ball out of the guy who looked like he was gonna have to pick for you. That was a big play.
Yeah, it was. You know, Trey's a physical player, and you could tell by that hit, he rocked that kid. But yeah, you know, it falls back to our training. You know, the play's never over until the whistle blows, and then it's, you know, get one extra shot if you need to. But yeah, I mean, that's just our mentality. You know, that's the way we trained the whole summer, was, you know, always going that extra mile, taking that extra step, you know, getting the extra rep for times like that. You know, when, you know, there's a missed block or a missed assignment, and someone like Trey just sees the ball up in the air and goes and levels someone and keeps us on the field.
And the other guy to your right, Mikey, has been getting more reps. What has it been like working with him?
Yeah, you know, he's a fantastic player. He's a young guy, so it's good for him to get in there and get some experience. He's got a lot of raw talent, and now it's just getting those game reps, getting him, you know, the feel of game speed, and, you know, just feeling the game, because practice is totally different than a game. But you know, he's a great player. I think we have a lot of he's getting a lot of experience, and he brings a lot to the table.
Brad, we heard about your involvement with the charity this week. Can you explain what you're doing and what the involvement is?
Yeah, so for those of y'all that don't know, I work with a charity called Big Man, Big Heart, and it started with Dylan Gibbons. Dylan Gibbons, he's an offensive lineman at Florida State, and I'm the ambassador for USF. And basically what it is, it's there's one ambassador at a couple schools across the country, and you use your NIL for an initiative. And so that's, you know, someone in your community that your university's in, using your NIL for good to, you know, start up a GoFundMe, raise money for that person. So for me, you know, I saw Bodie. He's a 7-year-old Bulls fan with leukemia, and, you know, right then I talked to Dylan. I said, you know, this is what I want to do. And so, you know, we set up a GoFundMe, we posted on Twitter, and, you know, we've been working to trying to, you know, get more money into that GoFundMe to help with the costs that are associated with everything that's going on in his life. And also, you know, we've been trying to work things out for, you know, trying to get Bodie, you know, a jersey. You know, I've been FaceTiming with him for the past couple of weeks now, just catching up, talking to him about the games, and, you know, trying to get him to games for whenever he's, you know, feeling all right. So this month is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and leukemia, the color for the awareness of leukemia is orange. So his dad reached out to me and wanted to take it beyond me, and, you know, kind of take it to the team and pass out these orange bracelets, and that's why I'm wearing it. You know, it's obviously Childhood Cancer Awareness Month is September, but I'll keep it on and wear it past September. And I'll be handing these out to the team, and you'll see us wearing them. But it's extremely important. And one of the things that I really loved the most was, how quick the team jumped on to support Bodie. I talked to them every time I've mentioned Bodie. They're so quick to help, whether it be retweeting the GoFundMe on social media, whether it be wearing a bracelet, posting on social media, just showing their support. And the love that the team has showed towards Bodie has been incredible. And it's our relationship with Bodie and the team's relationship with Bodie is only going to grow from here. So that's a little bit about that.
Maybe people can help is to contribute to the GoFundMe.
Yeah, so the GoFundMe is it is in my bio on Twitter and Instagram, and I can go post it. I can post it again today. But yeah, it's a GoFundMe. Just like I said before, to help with the cost of his, all of his treatments, all of his, any medical cost that comes up. So, and it's all going straight to his family. Yep.
Thank you.